8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are live with Play versus planB, ClanBase EuroCup 26 Group A match. We're here on Dreadful Place. Following Sugar.
Yeah, and it should be noted that this is planB's map pick, and it's a map that they performed very well against Mama on.
Yeah, highlight from Alteza this season so far. He's been
his quad runs have been unbelievable from what we've seen.
Looking forward to some of them perhaps then today. Following Hypno at the moment. Shotgun in hand. He's going to get this second rail pick up. Will go down. Drops his shotgun to Puri. Perhaps he should have switched away from that. Just mopped up the weapons. But it looks like Play are going to be in position for this first rail. Quad, sorry. Rail down though by Hate Me. Straight away. Extinguishing that threat.
They had good positions. You know, they weren't in time to get in on the quad and pick it up themselves, but they had nice positions to, you know, shoot into the room, and that quad was going nowhere.
Following Hate Me, still rushing around trying to get that yellow, but Puri comes out on top there with the rocket launcher. Pretty close game. This is what we've seen from Play in the previous game we watched them in the EuroCup, is that when they don't really hold the dominant positions, maybe they're not in control, they don't give away many frags. They stick together, they group together, and they play a tight game. Yeah,
and they do that a lot better than, I'd say, most teams. You know, it's a very important part of TDM, obviously. When you're not in an advantageous position, you've got to minimise the damage and the frags that are being dealt to your team.
Puri getting a couple of quick frags there. The Mega is up. And that's actually a wise choice to go and get the health bubble, so you actually get an advantage from that Mega. If he just picked up the Mega there, he would have basically been a spawner health, but instead he's got a nice stack from 200 counting down now.
Yeah, and you wanna have more and more health because it takes longer to count down then.
It's a tied game at the moment as we still follow Puri with the shotgun. Still needs that rocket ammo if he wants to utilise that, and there is a crate just inside that rail area, but you can see his teammate's waiting for the rail here. He's securing just outside it. He can catch out Alteza here. That's he's missed the second shotgun. Wouldn't have grabbed the rail anyway. Alteza reacted quickly.
Great position from Puri to do exactly what he said. He's just ambushing. You know, his teammate's waiting in the rail room, but you know he's got a great position while his teammate causes distractions.
I'm presuming they had got 2 rails out of that. But they're now moving in towards the squad area. Puri does hit his rails. It's going to be important. If you're using rail, you've got to hit him. He's missed those last 2, and that's costing his team their lives. He misses again. Going to have to switch to the plasma. Again, he misses. Going to miss out on the quad as a result.
Yeah, that is awful rail for Puri. I'm surprised. I mean, clutch situation like that, and you know, so often we'll see him hit those shots.
He does eliminate the quad though to make up for it. But I mean, if he hit those shots, they win over the quad there.
Yeah, I think so. That's the difference between winning an area over. I mean, most of planB were in there defending that room. If he'd have just hit even half of his rails, he'd probably taken their whole team out.
Just hiding behind this pillar. That's intelligent play by Puri. Of course, you can still see through the pillar. Just can't shoot through it in that area there. Shotgun work. Always dodging really effectively around the pillars. Does eventually get caught out though by Alteza, who has got a rail to his name. He's got a shotgun as well. And it seems like there's been quite a focus from what we've seen on this rail basement area between the 2 teams.
Well, it's such an important weapon. You know, rail and the lightning gun, vital weapons on this map, and you really do have to keep the pressure up the whole game. I mean, neither team can afford to let the other have free reign on rail. These are 2 teams that are both effective at using it, so you can't really give away that advantage.
Senti inside this lightning gun area now. He's got a nice stack to his name, the red armor presumably, shotgun.
Yeah, weapons are his only concern. He's running low on shotgun ammo. He'd love to get hands on lightning gun.
Yeah, he doesn't really want to waste too much shotgun ammo long range on this player here.
Yeah, and he's wasting his health as well because it's negligible damage and he's lost a lot of his armor doing it.
It's kind of a bizarre choice to make, but he has armored up a bit with that yellow. 30 seconds till quad. Wants to make his way there now. He's got a lightning gun, so it'd be great for this run.
You can hear that planB are already at the quad area.
I mean, he does have time for this final red before the power-up. I'm surprised another player didn't wait for it though, and rather he would have attacked the quad earlier, but we'll have to see if this pays off.
Still needs to get into the quad room. He's got the stack to do it though.
Takes a heavy bit of damage from behind. He's done pretty well so far, and Puri's dived in, takes that quad away. He's eliminated pretty quickly though by Hate Me.
Yeah, I mean, it cost Senti all of his stack to break into that quad room. You know, they did come away with it, but it's no advantage gained from it.
I think he made the right choice though, rushing in, rather than trying to stand in the doorway, hit a few shots first, and then getting pinned inside the doorway.
Yep, I mean, they did get the quad, it's just planB then hit their shots.
This highlights that, you know, this is a first-person shooter after all. We can talk about tactics all we want, but they won't work if you can't hit your shots.
Oh, exactly. I mean, if you miss all your rails like Puri did, you know, that was possibly the difference between winning the quad on that occasion. You have to still have a high level of FPS skills, as well as, you know, the other skills that make Quake, you know, what it is.
Nice rocket by Mobius. Just down into that rail area. Does have Mega to his name. Rocket launcher. Trying to get a time maybe on the red.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't get into the red room, you still want to try and have some idea of when it's up, and that sort of scouting position, just to try and hear the pickup, is important. I don't know if he did hear it, but he'll have maybe some idea of when they can look to then try and challenge red as a team.
I think he missed out on it, but they've lost out on the rail basement area here. Overrun by planB, who really did commit a lot of players.
Yeah, and it seemed throughout the game that planB, perhaps, they've been the team willing to commit more players to making sure they get that rail gun.
It really is a map that suits strong rail play, as well as lightning on plays. We see there, that's a great bit of LG. Alteza catching up his opponent. Does pay the price there. There's a very dangerous area to move into. So it's a great kill he picked up. 10 seconds to go before the next quad. Is still such a tight game. planB just ahead at the moment on their home pick. Ah, Sugar's going to be late for this quad. Misses out waiting for the Mega. And Alteza getting a pretty simple pickup quad, although it looks like he did take some damage. Two teammates going to move out ahead of him. That's wise, careful play there.
Yeah, always make sure that the quad's got a safe entry into that room.
And now he can feel a bit freer about rushing around and going aggressive. He does hit his plasma shots as well. That's an excellent pattern onto his opponent. Run out of ammo though. He's only got one shotgun shot to work with, and the machine gun. Now the quad's run out. He's not in the greatest position. Can back off though. And
yeah, it's unfortunate that he didn't have more shotgun ammo, because, you know, we've seen how good he is at running the quad on this map, but no opportunity to do it there. Without the ammo, he was unable to commit to the fights.
Wow, he's made a sacrificial dive there for a railgun that didn't actually spawn up. As we switch back to Alteza, in fact. Again, straight off the spawn with the shotgun. You see all of his team were down there in that basement area, trying to secure out the rail.
Yeah, it's been a real strength for planB so far, is that they commit to the rail, and more often than not, they're coming away with it.
Team deathmatch is so much about, you know, working with your teammates. You can have maybe a slightly weaker strategy overall on the map, but if you just commit everybody to one objective, you're more than likely to actually win that objective. And so
that's true, and you know, you can sometimes fall into the trap of trying to take everything on the map and coming away with nothing as a result. You know, they've got very focused objectives, it seems, and you know, they succeed in them.
It's not about items; it is about kills at the end of the day. So as long as you're not dying, you're not losing.
Yeah, and if you challenge that rail and the whole of planB's there, chances are they'll just kill you and not lose anyone. Then they get a net gain in frags as a result.
10 seconds to go until the quad Senti's been caught out rail in the hands of Hypno, but he gets taken out pretty starfish himself by Puri, who's trying to hit more rails into this quad area. Again, he misses his shots, and that lets Alteza get a 100 stack.
Same position again that Puri was missing his rails.
Not something we're used to. Puri traditionally such a dominant railer.
Now Teza this time will have a much better chance of making a strong quad run.
Picks up another frag on Puri that time. 3 frags on this run. Doesn't get any lucky spawns in front of him. Moves back for the red. He's just going to wait this out now.
Yeah, he has been unfortunate with, you know, people spawning. You know, we've seen runs where he's picked up 6-7 frags on this map, but you know, as good as he is at running the quad, a lot of that is down to the good fortune of having people spawn in front of you.
Yeah, it's not usually a frag plenty quad running map, is it? You can't traverse from one side to the other side very quickly in dangerous positions.
Impressive.
take a reasonable, pretty much a limited route. I mean, if you want to get a lot of frags, you probably just want to take the upper area, which is ripe for ambushes and heavy damage, so just don't see very big quad runs traditionally.
Unless you're Orteza.
There you go, they've moved in again to secure this rail. Orteza backing off onto it, has to grab it. They might lose out on all their rails though. It's just too much messing around there. Puri dived in, took them all out.
Yeah, those are important kills. You know, when you take away that many strong weapons in one go, really good play by Puri.
Again, missing his rail shot. Watch out, he's really not having a technically
his aim doesn't look too
name.
strong.
Something we expect from Puri is just for him to hit every shot, and maybe it's a bit unreasonable, but it's just the kind of standards he's set for himself over the years.
Exactly. I mean, these are shots you'd be accustomed to seeing him hit, on a regular basis.
I'm going to move in as a 3 on the shotgun side. Want to rush in really. Puri can sit back with rail support. It's actually quite useful with this stack. He misses a bounce pad rail this time. It's a nice grenade, but he's been pushed away from it, and Hypno gets pretty comfortable quad again.
Yeah, and then again, Puri's missed rails costing his team, unfortunately. Maybe it would have been difficult to get in on quad though.
Quad is eliminated pretty effectively by a Puri rail though.
Yeah, so he's made up for it.
In fact, I think he's killed 3 quads, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's just, if he'd have been hitting his rails before the quads picked up, he'd possibly find his team picking up more quads.
I mean, it shouldn't all be pinned on one player though to take over a quad area. You have to
of course not.
The rest of his team and what they're doing in those situations, considering how many rail shots, especially on the first one, he was able to get in before really losing out on the opportunity. Either way, Puri moving in this lower area. Nobody spotted him here. He could catch out Orteza in the back there. The rail for teammates, although Hypno coming in. He's got 2 rails to choose between which one to pick up. He doesn't pick up either. And Senton mocking himself up once. A nice little jump rail shot. Probably going to be a machine gun down. Drops his weapon for a teammate. Nobody's there to pick up instantly. But you see here, play all in close proximity to each other.
Yeah, but I think they've got a lot of weak players and players without weapons as well. And, as effective as it is to, prevent your team being fragged, in some cases, to bunch up, it possibly means they're giving up a lot of items elsewhere on the map.
Generally speaking, there are certain maps you want to keep a high level of aggression on multiple areas at all times. So the rail basement and the lightning gun would probably be those areas you'd highlight on this map.
Those are the really important weapons that have to be contested. You can't let your opponent get a significant advantage on either.
20 frags is the margin as they move in for this quad damage. We saw play were in a good defensive position to start off with, but they've just been overrun by the superiorly stacked planB team there.
Yeah, I think they had too many players play who just didn't have armor or weapons.
It's almost the problem. You can go there early enough, but if you're losing out on items across the board and you've gone there without any kind of stack, you're going to just be sitting down. Orteza picking up 1 frag there, team kill as well. Pick up 2 easy frags here. He does. Leaves the rail for a teammate as well. He's still got plenty of ammo, plenty of armor, plenty of health.
And that's just yet another good Orteza quad run on this map.
Yeah, 4 frags again.
Gives his team a significant advantage at this stage as well. This is 26 frags of difference.
I mean, it is always useful to, if you can, have a dedicated power-up runner. It's not always possible.
Yeah, because power-up running is a very specialised skill. Some players who are extremely good players just often aren't good at running power-ups. And then players you might not expect necessarily to be the most effective power-up runners actually turn out to be.
At the moment, moving in again to this red armor area, heavy shotgun on Mobius. And he's kind of in no man's land here. He's got the weapons, he doesn't really have the health, doesn't have any armor. What do you do?
Well, is that all he can really do is try and support teammates or stick to a safe-ish area, because just one stray shot really from most guns can kill him.
It really is. Plasma spam, that's a good position to take up for Plasma. That's excellent damage he's dealt out as well with such low health.
Yeah, it's a great position for Plasma. It just makes it impossible to come down that corridor towards red.
Something you do want to highlight as well, though, you don't just throw your life away. He's got 30 health, it might be pretty low, and as you say, one shot will probably kill him with most weapons. You just don't want to throw it away there. You want to have a good damage output during that period. Maybe try and stack back up, and he did do that. Play moving in. Looks like they've secured this power up. Although Puri's started moving away just as his team was starting to get pushed off it. Sugar with 1 health.
Quite fortunate that 50 and the Mega are up for him. Gives him a chance to bring some frags back.
Lightning Gun does frag Alteza and confiscate that rail away from him. Less threat then, with no rails on the map, I'd imagine. Still, this is such a dangerous area to run into, this open zone. I mean, we see the
and it doesn't give him great angles for firing either.
Heavy shotguns from Hate Me. Almost came out on top there, in fact. 50 will be up soon. You will want to wait around for that maybe first before the Mega, no? Interesting. Just wanted to make sure he got it and takes out Hate Me again there.
Yeah, and they closed the score in slightly off the back of that quad run. I think his teammates were picking up frags in and around the red as well.
He was in a good position in a way, just dealing out damage on the Mega side of the map. Doesn't seem like planB are that bothered about this side of the map though.
No, I'm not sure where they are at the moment. I mean, obviously we've seen them a lot at rail. Whether or not they've been managing to still take those rails despite losing out on this, you know, quite important area of the map, considering that play also hold the red.
Seconds until the next quad. Play in position again. I wouldn't say their defensive positions are that strong though.
No, they've been spammed out of what are important positions to take, and it's going to allow planB to get into the room.
Missing the rails again. It does hit a double rail though to make up for it. And that's a good rail as well. It needs to block this off with his shotgun. Doesn't want to go down. Actually, that's a good drop. Drawing the fire away from the quad spawn.
Yep, nice sacrifice.
He does get
good ambush
in the back, or shot in the back. He's going to wait for this red. This could be the comeback.
Well, it was essential, I think, that they got this quad to have any chance. Needs to find a few more frags, I think.
Oh my god, all 4 players! And he runs out of ammo in the middle of that fight, but that was actually really intelligent play. Just group up against the quad.
Yeah, I think that was excellent because, as well, it's so difficult to come up the stairs, you know, against anyone at the top, never mind a whole group.
Really impressive.
Yeah, I really like that move by planB.
Right,
very
let's
effective
note
counter.
that one down for when we play the map.
Yeah, seriously.
See Puri here, just wow, without rockets around these corners. He has up to 9 impressives here. Considering the shots we saw him miss though, imagine how many he could have. This entire team on that side of the map, and it's close enough to bring this back. I mean, we do have 1 quad left, 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, it's very close. It's back to within 6 frags.
Some rail shot by Puri there. Shoot the girl. Probably wants to back off now. Just
yeah,
accept.
He's doing the right thing.
His team is moving in actually, so this would be a good support position.
Yeah, they're still aware of it though. They were still monitoring that. You saw a rail that missed Puri, but wise to back off, not to overcommit. Very important that he stays alive with this rail.
Just building up to the final quad of the map in 15 seconds time. That's going to spawn. This is planB's home map as well. 6 frags is the margin. This is easily doable for play. Puri misses shots, gets caught out by Hate Me's lightning gun. Is just baiting out that rail, and they couldn't resist it, and they've actually been wrong-sided. Quad is eliminated, but planB, I mean, the best thing they could have done is just get or eliminate that quad if they weren't going to get a run. Exactly what they did.
Yeah, it was a nice attack. They attacked from 2 sides, and you could see that it worked. Hate Me was the kind of distraction. You know, they were very worried about him coming through with that lightning gun, but then his teammates came in the other direction.
Hate Me just needs to try and stay alive as long as possible. Now 40 seconds until the end of the round. It's a 6 frag margin. They can still do it, play. So they've got to be cautious, planB. Well, he wasn't that cautious there. Running around the corner with a lightning gun against a shotgun. That's very aggressive.
Not too much damage dealt out either. 5 frags still to find.
Pick up another frag. Hate Me again, sacrificing himself pretty much.
Well, it wasn't a spawn, I thought it was.
Yeah, the frags aren't going the way of play though. We've only got 10 seconds left. And here they are, grouped together again. I think this
Another
is a
good
wise
place
decision.
to group as well.
So
Tight
stacked.
doorways to come through.
Hate Me, was he going to bait them out? He's just going to scout. Going to move away, and that's it. End of the game.
Blue wins.
Yeah, very impressive performance yet again from planB, and you know, Play, who we thought would be, I had thought initially at the start of the season would be too strong for planB perhaps, but not proving to be the case so far.
No, not at all.